Hello and welcome, Peter here, Piotr Fissner from Inte.Team. So, in today's episode we will speak about this Monacor SAM 300D. Now, I was struggling to fix it for too long time, okay? And there was number of reasons to that, but when I knew I want to make money, of course I had to put it to the low priority. And to be true, that was why it was postponed, and then now I will give it back as faulty to the customer. Now, when we fix stuff, we need to understand the value for the customer and the value for us. If the value for us it's not there, we are taking extra time and extra care if customer wants. We don't expect that we will be paid as much as we thought we will be, or we will be paid what it's worth for us chasing up. Here, when I received it, there was one component faulty in the fuse blown. That's all there was. But turns out that it was fault after fault. So if you watched previous video, you will know. If you didn't, you need to go and watch. But after fixing SMPS, so that means this section here with high MOSFET and low MOSFET, these two, unfortunately there was no immediate short which I could find, but this wasn't powering on. Turns out that the chip which we shown, came wrong, and after replacing it I start to have frequencies, but it didn't feed the MOSFETs. So I said I don't want to give up. I want to understand why this SMPS is not working properly, and I found the transformer to be a culprit. Now that's ESR meter which showing my milliohms, okay? So regular ohms we can use with our regular meter, and that's fine. That's for internal resistance of the capacitors, and it's as well for the small like micro ohms. But I don't see here, the wrong side probably. Let me check. Yeah, wrong side. On one of the sides, I'll find and I'll show you what I meant. So the connection is poor, I see on those pins, that's why, but you can see here that it's 0.17. So that's 0.1 ohm, and that's good. That means the coil, it's working, it's fully okay. So this side is fine. Whereas, however I try, and I've tried to solder even to it and so on the other side, however I would move it on the other side, I can only get OL. So why the meter is not working, you might be saying, to show it, because meter will only show you 0 ohms. So the meter is not that accurate. That's a cheaper meter, yes, like 20 quid meter rather than, more. So when it's shorted, it's showing 0 ohms, okay? So when I will go to them, when I try to do it, it can only show me 0 ohms. It doesn't recognize, those small ohms, okay? And on the good side, you see some of them like a bit 0 point something, or, whereas on those second ones, you can only see 0 if you connect it right way, as I do, and then goes down to 0 always. So you can't fix this without fixing this one first. Now I don't rewind them. I've got a guy who does them, but of course it's not cheap, you pay quite a bit. Guy is spending few hours, he literally opening it, then count wires, count turns, yes, each, and then make notes of every connection on both sides and then rewire it back again. Then it's working, then I'm getting them and then I'm fixing them into the power supply, and then I can fix the stuff because we don't know the specification. Now another problem is that there are two components. Let us disconnect it, which have blown, well, just shorted, so they are not here. Missing components. Capacitor 1, no, resistor 01 and capacitor 61. These are two missing components, and these components are going to this transformer, which we don't know as well their values. So again, I could do it, I could find the values for them, but before I'll go to them, I need to know that the SMPS section here is working fine, because without working I can't power on. Each time I'm powering on through the lamp, I will get short circuit. Okay, so in that case, to make this customer happy, we would have to replace the relay, which I've used for fuse wire, replace the transformer or fix the transformer, replace two MOSFETs, yes, and then Gosia, not now, and then replace the chip, which all those are already done, which you see them installed. So this chip, which was done, yes, and the fuse. Okay, so these are the problems which I have here, and it took us longer because the chip came even faulty. So I had to give up on it. I couldn't take it as a regular priority. So I assume customer won't be really happy, and I'm not really happy. But to buy this board is well over 200 pounds. Okay, and you can buy this board. The cheapest I found was from Monacor supplier in the UK, but that's still about 200 pounds plus probably VAT and shipping. But without it, we need to do those repairs, and only then it will work. Alternative would be to bin it and replace with some other, or everything and replace with something else, yes, and just use the speaker. The cheapest one on eBay are over 60 pounds, the cheapest ones, and they go up to 200 pounds. So if the customer want to fix it, they've got options, but unfortunately I couldn't fix it. Yes, I couldn't fix it because we were short staffed. We received wrong components. We couldn't do it. Yes, and now my technician who was doing it have the knowledge. So in that case, if that would ever happen to us, that we receive such thing, he knows exactly step by step what to do and what not to do. And then when chip is coming, he know how to test it, if the chip is working, because of our prototype board. Yes, so this way, we've improved. Yes, because of this repair we improved, but we can't help this customer because customer will come and collect it as a faulty device. All I have to do is assemble it now. I will leave this one, this is faulty, and I will tell about those two components which are missing because they were missing values anyway, and you couldn't read from them. So in that case, what can you do? You can't do anything. So yes, blown resistor without the value, and capacitor don't have value. You can probably place over there regular decoupling capacitor of higher value of the same size and will be fine. Only the resistor, you have to start from the higher value and go down until the device working as should. Yes. I've checked. Apart from that, I've plugged in the volt up to 30 volt on those diodes, and I see no shorts as well, so the main power here is okay. And just on the additional power rails, because we don't know how many voltages, and I mean we know how many voltages, but we don't know what voltages, we can just assume by seeing voltage regulators here. Yes, 15 volts, so we can assume that there is 15 volts at least, if not more, should be more to be true, about 20 volts more, 18 minimum, or even more, up to 25 on those voltage regulators, because this is positive and negative, so plus and minus 15 volts. And then these can be for the digital part, yes, like receiving signal from the preamp from this, yes, or supplying the voltage to this board, and or both, yes. So this is a digital side, so it has to be as well. But guys, that's all I wanted to show you. 10 minutes, hopefully you've got some value out of it. We have a great value in the way of learning how to make those quicker, yes. And now I've got team better trained, so the next person won't have to wait, you know, so long. So that's a good thing, yes. But it's unfortunate for the customer, but we couldn't fix it. I mean, if the customer would want to, you know, like fix it still, I'm still happy, but it took us so long that I assume that the customer will just come and collect it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.